Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by the Difference Media LLC. Today's show is hosted by the creator of the North Texas Community Difference series, Lendon Wilson, and co-hosted Jenny Connolley and Melissa Mancini. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our co-host and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. I'm going to be joined today by Jenny Connolley and Melissa Mancini, two professionals and business owners in the Wylie community, as well as Master Networks members. And they got two incredible guests. I want you to stick around for that, obviously. Got a great subject today that we're going to be talking about in our roundtable discussion, developing a personal brand and building a strong reputation within the community. Kind of been part of our series as we go through this year of different monthly topics and addressing the challenges of small business owners and what we can do to be better, serve our communities better, and be one of the thought leaders within our community. So a little bit about the community difference. We created this about 2 years ago. The difference has been in production now for about 4 years. We've had over 4 million viewers since we started this, and this thing has kind of taken on a life of its own. It is not even close to looking like the product that we started 4 years ago, and we're pretty excited about that because what we've been able to do is bring together the small business owners that really are the backbone of our communities and let them connect with more small business owners in the community, but also the residents and the shoppers and consumers, because we all want to promote our communities, right? Shop, buy, hire local. That's really what we're all about. So we started the community shows. We do have Wylie. We're working on bringing on Rowlett and Denton at the moment. We have Frisco going, also have Rockwall in the works. And so this thing is just kind of expanding, and which is going to be good for each and every show and each and every person that is part of the show. So that's enough about the difference and the Community Difference-Wylie. What I want to do now is I want to bring on Melissa Mancini, and I want to bring on Jenny Connolley. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
Good morning. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's going to be a busy day for me. Got a lot going on today, tomorrow, and Thursday with more shows going on, but excited about this show. This is kind of a unique show. Melissa's normal show would be next week, which happens to be the 4th of July. And so we decided that that's probably not the best day to try to record a show and maybe even watch a show. So we're gonna run this one today. And then Jenny is she's getting a twofer this month. This is her second time to be on this month. And I want to say welcome and thank you both for being a part of the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. And you ladies are amazing, what you do within your business, but who you are as people, more importantly. And I've been very blessed to have met y'all and to get to know you through this show even better.
Thank you, Lendon. We love you too.
Thank you. So Melissa, I'm going to let you go first. I want you to take a few minutes and tell anybody out there that may not know who you are a little bit about yourself, what Mancini Photography is all about, how you got started. Just share with us some things that we might want to know.
Yeah, so I'm Melissa. I own Melissa Mancini Photography, a boutique portrait studio here in downtown Wylie on Ballard Avenue. And yeah, I've been in my new space for about 2 years, I guess, almost. And I've been in Wylie as a business owner since 2015. We specialize in large custom artwork for your home, and we focus mainly on high school seniors and families, and really just building relationships with our clients and getting to know them, and creating custom artwork for their home that really just blows their mind and exceeds their expectations. So that's what I do.
Awesome. I want you to share your tagline with us. Everybody's going to see it in a little commercial here pretty soon. But one of the things that has been so unexpected about the show is everybody in our Master Networks group kind of has their unique tagline. And I'm still trying to talk Cordell into doing his, but he won't do it live on air. But people are reaching out to me going, y'all have the funniest taglines ever. So, Melissa, share your tagline with us so everybody kind of puts this in perspective.
Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs.
That's excellent. I love that. Well, again, thank you for being here today. We're going to go to Jenny now. And Jenny, how is life in the 110-degree heat? Because you are an outside girl, right?
We aren't 110 degrees yet. It's just getting started. It's not even hot. I'm like, we're not even going to complain about the weather. It's not even hot yet. We haven't even got above 110, So, yes, I'm Jenny Connolley, co-owner of TC Roofing Restorations and Solar. And we are in our crazy busy season. It has been like a phenomenon of bizarre hail pretty much everywhere throughout the DFW Metroplex. And we are busier than ever. And what I like to say we specialize in is educating homeowners on their choices they have when a disaster happens. There's a lot of different things that they can do, a lot of upgrades that can happen. So we like to make sure that they can see all of their options and that the insurance has paid correctly so that they don't have to cut any corners and find the cheapest guy out there. So we're in the muck of it. It's competitive. It's hot. It's in all the things, but we love what we do, and our business is definitely spreading by word of mouth, which is a beautiful thing. So really excited.
Well, that brings me to a comment I want to make, or a question, I guess, for both of you, because for a lot of us, especially, and I'm going to use the roofing more than photography, but how big of a challenge is it for both of you sometimes to know that it would be very helpful to be able to educate your client so that they do know the different options. But as clients, sometimes we're not interested in being educated. We're looking for the cheapest or the quickest or whatever it may be. And isn't it kind of tough sometimes when you do such a good job, you have such a good reputation, and that comes from taking the time and being relational with the people and helping them understand where the true value is. Explain a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about that before we go to our break, or before we go to What's Up Wylie segment. Talk about that, about how important that is for both of you to be able to work through that, of the people that may be resisting learning. Because we all been to school, right? We're tired of going to school. We don't want to learn. Just fix it. But it's very important for y'all to do that. So, Melissa, do you want to go first? Because I'm assuming it's the same for photography, right? I mean, how many people come in and they're very educated on photography and all that you do? Nobody?
Not very many, for sure. Because there's such a large genre, there's so many genres of photography, that in general, a lot of people don't know what they don't know. I mean, they have an idea about what some people do as a photographer, and really, everybody's different. Everybody has different protocols. Everybody has different systems and the way that they do things. I specifically don't sell digital artwork. Like, I don't just give you a USB and say, good luck, bye, which a lot of photographers do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not how I like to serve my clients. I feel like I'm better able to serve them by giving them the end product, the finished, perfectly cooked piece of steak. Sorry, Jenny, I know you don't eat meat. Love you. But if I go to a restaurant and I spend like a lot of money, if I invest in my meal, I don't want them to flop a cold piece of meat on my table and say, okay, well, good luck. I want them to cook it exactly the way that I want it. And so that's what I do for my clients. And I like to really just educate them before and set the standard and set the stage for what I'm going to be doing. You know, I have a consultation before every single client even books with me. So everyone knows, you know, exactly what I do. There's no confusion, but it definitely, walking in the door, they definitely don't know exactly what I do. So it definitely takes some education and some time to build that trust and work through that. So.
Well, ladies, isn't that one of the challenges that we all face, though, is that people really just don't understand what quality actually is? Mm-hmm. And I think that's really what we want to share. Jenny, talk about that, because I know in the roofing, especially in our area where there's a hailstorm every 2 weeks, you have anybody with a truck and a Home Depot card can jump into the roofing business in 2 seconds. But it doesn't mean they're going to be good at what they do, right?
Right.
And so because for a lot of us that may have been burned in the past, right? Because we didn't do our due diligence like we should have, or we hadn't made those relationships prior. How do you help people understand that it's in their best interest to seek quality product and quality work?
What I've really been doing recently is relying on other previous clients. The proof is in the pudding, and the work that other contractors do. When you take a roof off, you can see the steps that they went through. And just being able to educate the homeowner. When we do our projects, we fly a drone through the whole, every phase. And I like to explain, like, putting a roof on is a lot like doing open heart surgery. When you take that roof off, you don't know what you're going to find, and you're going to see like the layers that the last contractor went through, and things that they may have done or may not have done. And just being able to reassure with the homeowner, here's all the things that we're going back with correctly. And yes, you do have multiple options, and we always, I like options myself, so I always say we have good, better, and best. And the best option is to have a shingle that literally has ROI. And as we see prices increasing across the board for everything that we're doing, including homeowners insurance, we have a shingle that's actually going to save them money on average 20% a year just by having the shingle, because the insurance company knows they won't have to get their roof replaced as often, so they're going to reward the homeowner. So why not upgrade the homeowner to something like that where they didn't even know that existed, and let them let them not have to continue to get their roof replaced. And that's what's happening. We started our business in 2019 in Allen, Texas, and really kicked it off, I should say. We started in 2018. But 2019 is where we had a really big hailstorm in Allen, Texas. And primarily, I'd say 60% of those homeowners that we roofed, we put them into that high level shingle. And now we've gone back and inspected them, and they do not need to get a new roof. So they are my advocate. I'm like, would you mind, can I use you as a reference to talk to my new clients about our workmanship and our customer service, so they can specifically tell them exactly how it went and that their roof is in great condition. So I really rely on other people to continue to advocate for us.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I guess Melissa Mancini, that's pretty easy for her because she's actually got photos, so she can show previous work. Okay, so we're going to get ready now. We've got about 2 minutes till break, but we're going to talk about
What's up, Wylie?
Our little What's Up, Wylie segment.
What's up, Wylie?
Because there's so much
What's
going
up,
on in
Wylie?
the What's Up, Wylie segment, and in Wylie. We just had Bluegrass on Ballard, which we've been talking about for a month. This was my first experience with it, and it was amazing. I got to see Ashley Bledsoe. I got to see Jessica Cooper. I got to see a lot of our group, but there was so much more there. It just blew me away. It was way more than what I expected.
I didn't realize it was such a big car show.
The car show was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was like a kid in a candy store, other than the heat, but it was awesome. So what do we have coming up now? Now that Bluegrass is gone, what are some things that are coming up in Wylie?
What you got, Melissa? Do you have anything?
Well, as always, I know this is, we're a little bit Master Networks focused over here. But if you guys have no other option on Wednesday, listen, all the words are coming out of my mouth at one time. So Thursdays is our Master Networks meeting. Sorry, Jenny, if you were going to talk about that. But my point was Wednesdays at 8 o'clock at the library, our Chamber of Commerce in Wylie has their business card exchange. And it's every single Wednesday at 8 a.m. at the Smith Public Library off of Country Club. And that's just really a good way to just get out there, especially if you it's free, so you don't have to be a member necessarily to join. They obviously want you to, but it's really just a good way to get out there and meet some people, meet the people that are out here, you know, putting their feet on the ground and meeting the people as well. So it's really a good time, and you get to know the ambassadors and have the opportunity to join in on ribbon cuttings and things like that. It's just really a great opportunity to kind of get out there and meet some folks. So I know that's going on. Jenny, what you got?
So we have our Master Networks meeting that meets weekly downtown Wylie at the Raymond James office at 9 a.m. So love to have some guests, love to fill that room out. I know it's summertime and people are traveling, but it is such a great network. And my closest friends are in there, and I would love for anybody that wants to come check us out, come be a guest. And then we're also skipping July 6th because it's going to be the 4th of July, and we're going to do a group lunch. It's like a social gathering, get together. So if anybody's around in the area, we're meeting at Frankie's Casa Mexican restaurant on Ballard Street at noon on July 6th. Come on down.
Awesome. Well, that's kind of what's up, Wylie. Always something going on. That's why we love our community. So, ladies, we've got to take a real quick break, first commercial, and then when we come back, what we all came here to hear and see are your two guests, and we're going to let them talk a little bit about who they are and what they do. But everybody stick around. We'll be right back.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Juan Payon and JP Direct Health, providing affordable health insurance solutions as a proactive protection, not a reactive solution.
Lendon Wilson and Community Wealth Advisors, Life Well Planned. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex. Here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life. Cordell Reynolds with New Res Mortgage. Your mortgage journey starts right now. Marley Knapp with Norwex. Chemical-free sustainable solutions for your home. And by Terra Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back. Want to thank everybody. All of the people that you just saw are part of the Master Networks community. And we're not only appreciative of them being a part of this show, but they're amazing people. And I can't stress enough, if you are a small business owner, if you're looking for a networking group, there's so much more to networking than just referrals, right, ladies? I mean, there is, we said this, I think in our first show 2 months ago, it's almost like a business revival, because how many of us go through a week and by the end of the week, we are stressed out. I mean, things have been good, things have been bad, things have been challenging, things have been rewarding. It is just this roller coaster of emotions that we go through. And then we all come into this room and we share and we support. And it's just, it really is, it's almost like going to church on Sunday, right? You come out of there just fired up and ready for the new challenges. And you know that you're not alone. You're not going through these things all by yourself. There's everybody else out there experiencing the same things, and together we all get through it. And so I encourage everybody to show up to that. So now let's talk about our guests. You know, we've had some incredible guests through the last 2 months, and it just keeps getting better, and it just keeps getting better. And every time I get that little notification that we've got a new guest booked, I look in there and I'm like, wow, how do they keep doing it? How do they keep finding these people that are so incredible? And that's why we created the show, right? To focus on the people, places, and things in our community that people don't know about, the people that are doing some amazing, incredible things. So I'm going to give Jenny, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
I want you to introduce your guest. I'm going to let Melissa introduce her guest, and then we'll bring them in together, okay?
All right. So we have Miss Christy Medlock with the Girl Cave, who is a phenomenal individual. She's one of those, the very first day I met her at a powerhouse women group, powerful women group. She just stood out, and she's just popped up into my life in random places. I was actually at a photography place with Melissa, a social mixer, and she's just amazing. She's a force to be reckoned with and a super bright light. So I'm really happy to have her on here.
Wow, great introduction.
And my guest, Angie Aranda, she is just amazing. She's the sweetest. We actually have boys that are at high school together and on the same football team. And I think officially met her at one of Krista's events, the little black dress event. But she's just really great. And her business, We're Simply Organized, is amazing. She needs to come and help me at my house. Organized. So.
All right. Well, we're going to bring them on now.
Yay.
Welcome, ladies.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hello.
Well, since Krista was introduced first, we're going to let Angie go first. So, Angie, I want you to take a few minutes to tell everybody who you are, what you do, and a little bit about how you got started doing what it is that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, Lendon and Master Networks Wylie, y'all are doing a great job. I've watched some of these, and these are great podcasts. So thanks for doing this for the community. I am Angie Aranda. I'm originally from El Paso and moved to Wylie about 10 years ago. And my husband and I have a blended family of 7 kids, and not all of them have lived with us at the same time. They all have, but not at the same time. We actually had the most is 4. And as a busy parent with driving kids to sports and, getting all the things and still being involved in activities yourself, I was active in church and parent things and, being a wife and all of the things, there was just something about needing to get structure that just was irking at me. And I'm a very structured person in general, but my home life was just like, there was things all over the place that I needed to get in order. And really, I've always loved cleaning and loved organizing and loved having things tidy. And what I realized is my home was always looking pretty good. Someone came over, oh, your house looks great. But just God forbid they open any cabinets or drawers or closets because everything was stuck in there and hiding in there. And so really what I learned is that I like visual simplicity. I didn't like things out and visual, but I needed to have a system to keep my things that were hiding in order. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along if it leads there, but really just identified that everybody organizes different, everyone's style is different, and there's not a cookie cutter way to organizing someone's home. But anyway, I started with just trying to get my own life in order and understanding busy lives and busy moms, and knowing that I can't have, as much as I want to have a Pinterest perfect home, it's just not going to happen, right? So we just need to have functionality and find a simple way to do that.
Awesome.
That's very cool. I know I could use that, definitely. So, well, thank you for being here today. And we're going to go to Krista now. Krista,
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Jenny, for such a sweet introduction. And Angie is a dear friend to the Girl Cave as well. So I'm running from her. She's keeping me accountable about getting myself organized. But I grew up here actually in the DFW Metroplex and have run a successful brand and marketing strategy consultancy. So the Girl Cave was birthed actually from meeting, time after time, women-owned businesses. And I just wanted to do something more for women-owned businesses. So 2019, I just started off doing brand activations for women-owned businesses every quarter, and it caught on. Obviously, there was a need. Women business leaders began to really follow. We picked up, about 700 business leaders within a year, and thousands of women who just wanted to be a part of a connected community. And so here we are. Actually, COVID hit at our 1 year, 3 weeks after our 1 year anniversary. So as you know, brand activations were no longer a thing for 3 years, right? Because we took a seat for 3 years. But that gave us an opportunity to actually reimagine, re-strategize all of the things for the Girl Cave. And here we are today. We are a women-led media company powered by women for women. So all of the content, events, programming, everything is to uplift, undergird, connect, collaborate, powerful women. And actually not in DFW, we've expanded across the US and beyond. We hope to be a global media company long term. So yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
So while I've got you on, you talk about women-led and focusing on women businesses. In the branding world, and when you talk about, branding for women, how would that look differently than what you would do for men?
Well, that's kind of that's a loaded question there.
I'm not putting you on the spot. I have been being as an entrepreneur for 30 years. There has been, and it's evident, the challenges that women have to overcome to hit different levels. Number one, just like Angie was saying, she's running kids back and forth to practices and ball games and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't mean blah, blah, blah. I just mean there is an overwhelming amount of responsibilities outside of the profession that a lot of times the men don't participate in like women do. That's just being honest. And so you've got to be able to juggle all that and then still do all the things you need to do to be successful in a business and compete with everybody else that's not doing that. You've got to be able to juggle all that and then still do.
Oh, there was a little bit of a delay. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think the first and foremost is always empowering every woman that I sit across that you can do it. There is a way. I think the thing that makes my job such a powerful one is that we simplify the overwhelm. We get rid of the overwhelm. We get rid of all the questions and complexities of building brands so that you can manage your brand and manage all the other things, right? And I think that first and foremost, building a brand, you have to understand who you are. And one of the things I have to encourage, especially if we're talking about moms right now in this moment, understanding that you're more than just a mom, that, outside of being a mom, you are, a healthy, strong business owner. And then saying, what attributes do you bring to the table that make your business different? And I will say there are a lot of differences between the way men and women communicate. Your messaging framework is going to be very, very different. The way that we serve is very different. The way that we connect is very different. So all of those things are taken into account. But first and foremost, just finding that point of difference and finding the thing that you own, that person owns, and then making sure that we can clearly communicate and use that for a powerful impact in the community.
Powerful. That's really, really good. We're going to take a minute now and go to our second break. And when we come back, one of the things we're going to get into the topic and of developing that personal brand. So it's right up your alley. It's going to be perfect. But then also I wanted you to address maybe the mistakes where all men and women make in understanding how to brand, because I think that so many times we mimic or imitate other people and it doesn't fit who we are and what we're trying to do. So we're gonna hit this break, and when we come back, we'll jump back into that. Y'all stick around.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Are you stressed about health insurance? Juan Payon at JP Direct Health can help. JP Direct Health offers a wide variety of plans to fit your needs and your budget, and we're here to answer any questions you have. We're committed to providing our customers with the best possible service, and we're always looking for ways to save you money. So what are you waiting for? Get started today and see how JP Direct Health can help you get the health insurance you need. Call Juan today at 214-490-9967.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a small business owner who is struggling to make ends meet? Do you need funding to grow your business? If so, then you need to talk to Jim Thomas at Business Funding Solutions. We offer fast, easy, and affordable financing options for small businesses of all sizes. We have helped thousands of businesses get the funding they need to succeed, and we can do the same for you. Our financing options start at $5,000 and go all the way up to $5 million, with no minimum credit score required. And with our 60-second application and 24-hour funding, you'll get the money you need quickly so you can focus on growing your business. Don't wait any longer. Contact Jim Thomas today at 214-629-7223 or find him on our website at www.thedifferenceradio.com. And don't forget to tell him you heard about him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
Okay, we're back. Thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate all that you do to help make these shows possible and help us get it out to more and more people each and every week, which, by the way, shared last week. Let me see if I can find that real quick before we get going. The Community Difference-Wylie just passed last week, I believe it was. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. And for all of you that are looking at me and go, why does he not look at the camera? It's because I'm also producing, and I've got 3 or 4 screens here going. All right, so big congratulations to Jenny, Melissa, and all the other team for passing 50,000 viewers in less than 60 days.
Nice.
So very excited about that. So that's what's up, Wylie, right there.
Yeah.
So we're talking today about overcoming challenges as a local, developing personal brand and building a strong reputation in the community. Branding is one of my favorite subjects. It's also one of the most misunderstood components of growing your business. And so I want to get into that discussion now. Krista, I want you to talk about just what you've seen as far as people not understanding how to adequately brand themselves.
Yeah. Well, you actually said something that was really important before we went to break, and that is most people come into building their business by mimicking or me tooing other brands in their industry. Mm-hmm. And that's a big no-no. Especially today, you have permission. You have permission to be disruptive. You have permission to do something differently. In fact, I think that's the only way you can really thrive is to, and not just a little bit of point of difference. You really have to own, the category and what you do and how you serve and be really, really unique. So strategically, you really need to tap into how can I do this differently? I think that's the biggest shortfall. The other thing is planning your brand. Many people think that brand is about just identity. They think it's just about creating a cool logo and colors and putting it up on all kinds of items and promotional. It is more than your identity. In fact, that's the lipstick. Mm-hmm. True brand is really about how you articulate it and connect and create a customer journey for whomever you're trying to reach. That's truly where brand activates. And so really sitting down and thinking about how your brand touches people across all different platforms and how you articulate that is going to be most important before you even, put a cool Canva. We all talk, we spend so much time on Canva putting posts together, but you really need to think about how long-term those things are gonna, because that's what you're doing. You're asking for permission every day to understand and know my brand and to continue to follow my brand and engage with my brand. And that has to be consistent, right? We can't get up every morning and say, oh, I think I'm gonna write about this, right? So really understanding that and making sure that you pull that through across all channels.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Here's a question for all of you. I know that, you know, I've worked on this myself and helped others with this, but when you're thinking about your business, Angie, Melissa, Jenny, all of you, what is the one thing that no one else can replicate?
You.
You. That's the only thing that they cannot do better than you can do. Mm-hmm. And that's just being honest. I mean, you can have the best product, you can have the best service, but if somebody wants to, they can imitate that, but they cannot imitate you. And that's where personal branding comes in. So I want you ladies to talk about personal branding now. Angie, let's go with you, because you've got, I don't know that it's a completely unique business, but for a lot of people, they don't know that it does exist. How do you personally brand, and what is your focus on branding what you do?
Well, I think it's important because this is something that is considered an extra, right? Like you don't need it to, you know, it's not like food or gas or electricity. This is something that is on the back burner. You don't really think about it. And a lot of people think I can do it myself. I just need to make time to do it. Right. And it's true, but a lot of the times we don't. And so one of the things that is important to me is to help people understand, what is it that you want out of this space? You know, and I'll use the bedroom, for example. When you walk into your bedroom, what do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? Do you want to feel, I mean, do you want to see all the boxes and all the piles of clothes and all the treadmill with the clothes hanging on there? And you want to relax. You want to walk into the space and feel like you're resting, right? And so helping them understand what the goal is with this space. And then also just saying this is something that we can get done quickly. Yes, I can go into a home and start purging and start decluttering and doing it all at once, but it's a gradual thing and this is why it's important to me to help people understand the system. You know, if you're a visual, if you like the visual simplicity, I'm not going to give you clear bins, because clear bins is going to stimulate that visual stimulation is going to be too much. I will tailor it to you. And so this is the difference between me and others, is I will not have you leave the room and I'll take care of it. Nope, you're coming with me. This is why we're Simply Organized, right? I'm going to teach you how you can sustain this long term so that you don't have to keep calling me back, and I can do maintenance, right? But we want, the goal is to help you find that long-term sustainable functionality in your home, and you don't have to have everything 100%. I am still decluttering every single day. I throw something away. I get rid of things. I don't bring things in my home. You know, you go into a sporting event and they give you a cup. Why are we bringing all those cups home? Like, do we need cabinets full of all these sporting cups? You know, keep what you love, use what you need, because it's all inventory and you have to maintain it. And so I try to make sure, like, what is it that you want from this space? How do you want it to work for you? And so that's different.
You know, you just used the word declutter, and we could do a whole show on decluttering, not only our personal lives, but our business as well. But the thing for me, what decluttering does is it brings me a sense of peace.
Yes.
When you're talking about walking into a room and things are where they need to be and should be, there brings a sense of calm. And for a business owner, I need as much calm at home as I can get so that I can go to battle tomorrow.
Yes.
Because there's going to be new things that are popping up that I've got to deal with that maybe obstacles and in the way of me being able to provide for my family and run my business. And so having that safe space, that calm and peace at home, and we all know that what decluttering, how that makes you feel. So I think that's amazing. That's awesome. Jenny, Melissa, y'all want to add anything to that?
You got to get the decluttering. I really think that branding is you. Branding is who you are, and that is as authentic as you can be. And people can see through that. People can see if you're, the fakeness, and if you are trying to intimidate or be like someone else. It's only a matter of time until that's seen. Yeah. So really, to be able to be you, I think you have to even take a couple steps back and really develop the foundation of your mindset. And that's the hardest thing, and especially in being in business, because we do question ourselves so much, especially with having social media and all the comparisons and seeing everyone that is maybe executing at a higher level than we are and feeling like we're not good enough. And it really does take a lot of courage to even be in business, even be that kind of a risk taker that's going to put it all out there and not make any money unless you actually make a sale or however it is that we do. We are the movers and shakers. We make a lot of things happen, but in order to do that, we have to really get our minds straight and have our foundation of core values. And one of my core values is honor my word. And I do. Yesterday, I put a roof on. And I did it on a handshake deal. Never met the guy in my life. Everything was over the phone. We did a virtual handshake, but my word is gold. And what I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do. And when you have that kind of conviction, there isn't anything that's going to sway that. And it's totally real. And another core value is to be a solutionist. So whatever goes wrong, and in construction, I tell you, it goes wrong pretty much consistently. Can guarantee that something's going to go wrong every time. But be able to be a solutionist and find ways to fix that. And we never consider anything done until it's right. But really, I brought it over here. I'm reading the most amazing book right now, Louise L. Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. I'm doing it on audio and reading at the same time because my ADD is high. This way I can really intensely understand. And it's the best book I've ever read in my life. And it's about falling in love with yourself and respecting yourself. And really, when you say decluttering, it's decluttering your mental house. Mm-hmm. And getting rid of those negative thoughts and not feeling like you're not good enough, and really developing that strong relationship with you and being able to quiet down and just listen within and trusting your intuition, which I feel we get disconnected from a lot.
Wow.
So,
yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. Melissa, what about you? What do you have to say about the personal branding? And I mean, I know that, with your business, personal branding is very important, but talk a little bit about it.
So I was always taught, my business coach personally taught me that branding isn't, the colors, it isn't the logo and all those things, which we've already said, but it's really about how people feel about you. It's the way that people feel about your business. It's the way that they feel about themselves when they're around you and your business. And for me, because I do focus on artwork for your home and high schools and high school seniors and families, but I also have a very, very huge following of branding and headshot photography clients. And for me, when I sit down with them, yesterday I was sitting with Marley, you guys know Marley, and I was like, so what are you going to do with these images? What do you want people to think about and to feel and to see when they look at this, when they see this, and so we had several different images that we were choosing from, and she really heard me and was like, you're right, this, with these colors makes this feeling happen. And so it's all about the feeling. When you get that feeling and you have somebody that is looking at your image or looking at your products or whatever it is, if they see an image of you or your products that just really shows everything and gives them a feeling about how it's going to be, like Angie with your products that Angie did a really amazing thing at the little black dress thing, as she was saying before. She shows you, do you need the clear bins or do you need the ones that have that are closed and have a solid color that you can't see through and things like that. That literally helped me. I felt seen and heard earlier when you were talking about all the decluttering problems. I'm like, yes, I went home and decluttered an entire closet with bins that you can't see through, but she made me feel something whenever she taught, whenever she was going through her things. So for me, with branding myself, I have a really simple logo. It's just a little script and a little Sanskrit action for you, just plain and simple, because everything else is really about how you feel. I don't need you to fall in love with my logo. It's more than that. So
that's awesome. Great insight. So we're going to take our third and final break real quick. And when we come back, though, I want to talk about the types of branding. Obviously, we're talking about personal, but this ties in. Number one is not understanding the difference between brand awareness, brand familiarity, and brand relevance.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the impact of behavioral branding.
Mm.
So everybody stick around. We're going to hit this final commercial, and we'll be right back.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Jenny Connolley with TC Roofing and Restoration. Trust TC to keep you leak-free. Jessica Cooper with Diesel Signs and Displays. The Power of Advertising. Lynn Heverly with Coldwell Banker Apex, guiding you home with heart and expertise. Caitlin Fiesel with Elite Diamond Cleaning. Your home and office is a diamond. Let's get it out of the dust. Dallas Jones with Rementis, bringing your memories and technology back to life. Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. And by Marissa Page with Page Restoration. When the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back. We're going to get back into our topic here in a second. But before we do, I want to show a comment that came through and what this show and what our focus is all about. And I want to commend each one of you that on the show are co-hosts and guests as being an inspiration, right? Whether it's an inspiration to women-owned businesses, whatever it may be. There's so many of inspirational people out there that are not being heard. They're not being seen, and they can make the difference. Okay, so I'm going to use that cheesy line. That's why I called it that when we started this 4 years ago, because there's so many people out there that have the ability to make the difference. They just don't have the platform. So I want to thank all of y'all for being on today and being so inspirational to the people watching and people around you. So now we're going to get back to branding. We've got about 13 minutes left in the show. We'll do a quick recap at the end and allow you ladies to tell everybody how to get in touch with you. Let's talk now about understanding the significance and brand awareness, brand familiarity, and brand relevance, and the fact that you need all three, but a lot of businesses only focus on the one, and that's the awareness part. Now, the problem with awareness is you can have the greatest brand in the world, but not enough people see it or hear about it. It does you no good. So who wants to take that and start with being able to integrate those three, awareness, familiarity, and relevance, and why that's important?
Okay.
All right.
Actually, I'm glad that you asked this question because, as you know, I am still consulting. I have a few select clients, and again, branding is so overwhelming, and to break through the clutter and everything else, with the shift in the way the world has gone, I always say that serving is really the foundation for how we steward our brand. And I came up with the term, and you guys can use it. And to cover all of that, Lendon, I'm going to call it, it's not brand awareness, it's brand humanity. And humanity covers
exactly
how we engage, how we serve, how we relate to the people across from us. When we talk about our brand, those are the things that we need to pencil, or actually put pen to paper, and describe and know and fully inhabit that. So I'm going to trump all those things. Those are old school, traditional ways of speaking about brand. We can't steward brands the way we used to. It's about engagement. It's about serving. It's about understanding and connecting. And so I'm going to call it finding the humanity in your brands and that's where I will take it.
Very good. One of the things that we do and that we've been doing in 4 years is we talk to people about humanizing their brand, not commercializing it. And so when you said that, I love that, and I completely understand it. And especially in today's world, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 50 years ago, when there was billboards, print media, everybody commercialized themselves, right? Today, in the world we live in, the know, like, and trust factor is one of the most critical things that we need to establish. And if we're not humanizing our brand, then it's hard to do all three of those. Okay. And that's when I go back and break it down. The know factor is the brand awareness. The like factor is the familiarity, but the trust factor is the relevance. Because if they don't trust you, it's because you're not relevant enough. For small business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals, you have to have the behavioral branding part. And that's kind of what you're talking. That's the human side of who we are, right? What's the customer experience going to be like if I do business with you? Anybody else want to comment on that?
I will. I think it's important to step out and be a part of your community, building relationships. And it's that before handing out the business card. And I want people to know me as a person before they really know about my business. Because if they don't trust me, and you're just saying that, right? If they don't trust me and they don't know me, then it's harder for them to want to do business with you. But it's not even about the business. It's about building these genuine relationships. I moved to Nevada a year ago. Actually, today's my 1-year anniversary in my new home. And so when I moved here, there was a lot of, I saw that there were a lot of women that had small businesses, but really just weren't out there. And I wanted to highlight that and helping them we built a group here of women that are helping each other build those relationships. Maybe they're stay-at-home moms and don't have a business, but they just want to make friends. And that's where it is. It's just building the relationships, making sure that everyone has a good connection with you as a person, as an individual. And really that becomes your brand, that becomes who you are. And that's who people want to hire. And not everyone, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, is not everyone is your customer. And so if you don't connect with someone, they might connect with someone else, and that's okay. There's plenty of customers to go around, plenty of clients, and there's plenty of businesses that are coming out. And it's just really going to make an impression on how you interact with them and build those relationships.
Wow, very good. Jenny, Melissa, what do you have to say?
I mean, I really don't feel like I'm a super expert on this. I'm still working. I actually would love to collaborate with Krista and Angie, all of you ladies. I really just feel like kind of blending like with what Krista said and Melissa with the feeling, and I love brand humanity. I mean, it's really like it's bringing that empathy in. And when you can be empathetic for someone that's in that position, like for us, when we are, working with homeowners that have just been blasted by hail, they most likely have their car damaged, broken windows in their house, and then on top of it, they're bombarded by 50,000 roofers, and they can't even just have peace in their house because their doors, constantly being knocked. So really coming in and having that empathy and like understanding where they're going, where they're at, and how you can set yourself, apart from the competitors by just really caring and just showing that you don't have to make a decision right now. Like there is nothing that you have to rush. Like talk to as many people as you want to. And what I always tell them is go with your gut, because your contractor is going to be someone that's going to probably be in your life for the next 3 months. They're most likely going to be in your house. They're going to be communicating with you. So at the end of the day, choose someone that you feel happy being around, because that's really going to make the difference of the entire process. Yes,
I agree with that.
Melissa, what do you have to say?
So, Jenny, you guys hit the head on the nail so many times today. Jenny is really, I just have to brag on Jenny. Jenny is really just, my husband and my brother, our family owns a roofing company as well. And we've began our solar journey as well. And I can honestly say that Jenny, like if I ever need a roof, I might call Jenny. she is literally amazing. She is the most kind-hearted person I've ever probably met in my entire life. But she reached out to us, and we were starting our business, and she really offered her anything. If you guys need advice, if you have questions, if you have anything that you need, I am an open book. Please don't hesitate to ask me. When I started we were talking about solar, Jenny really jumped in and took over and helped me do all the things to kind of get started. I've literally gone door to door with Jenny, talking about solar, Marley as well. But she's man, if you guys need a roofer, these guys, they know their stuff. She is willing and able to do everything. Do you get on roofs, Jenny? I don't know if you get on roofs. She doesn't do get on a roof.
That's why you have drones, right?
Yes. I hold the ladder.
If you guys want to talk about, having that true feeling and that emotional connection with a brand and a business, Jenny does that. Jenny does that with her roofing and solar company and clients. She's just and a plethora. She's an open book. You can ask her anything about anything really, and she'll tell you. And she's super kind about it. And to me, branding, that's everything. That's what it is. That's how people make you feel. You'll never forget that. You will forget what people say and do, but you will never forget how they make you feel about yourself. Mm-hmm. And so that's really what branding is about. And so kudos to you, Jenny. Love your little face. And I'm just forever grateful and thankful for the friendship and the guidance that you've given us over this last couple of years. So
I want to squeeze you. I love you so much. Anything you guys need, always.
All right, well, we're going to wrap up real quick. We've got about 3.5 minutes, so we've got to get in opportunity for each one of you to let everybody know how to get in touch with you if they're looking for your product or service. But any last comments on the branding part before we go into letting everybody know how to get in touch with us? Anything? I'll add one thing, and one of the things, this was, I'll try to do this quickly. I had a comment. Of course, you're going to have lovers and you're going to have haters when you do shows like this. And my first challenge ever was getting over the fact that some people are just going to have some bad comments to say. I had a comment a couple of weeks ago that said, all that show is just a love fest between the people that already know each other. And I came back and I shot back pretty quick. And both of you on this show probably know that I can do that. I said, listen, when you are as well connected and endeared to each other as these people are, our whole group, it's not a love fest. That's what brand ambassadors do. And if you're branding yourself in an appropriate manner, you'll have people singing your praises all over the city. And so it's not a love fest, folks. This is real. This is authentic. And if you don't believe me, come out and meet them. Come to one of the groups. Come to one of our master networks, and you're going to see probably the closest family connection of professionals you'll ever see in your life. So having said that, we're going to start with Angie. We're going to let Angie tell everybody how to get in touch with her. I'm going to be scrolling that on the bottom as we go along, and then we'll wrap up.
Thank you. Yes, you can call at 972-843-1225. Also, my email is Angie@we'resimplyorganized.com, and my website is www.weresimplyorganized.com. I'm also working now with realtors who are trying to get listings out quicker so we can get those homes show ready and get them prepped for the stager to come on in.
Awesome.
Awesome idea.
Oh, yeah, it is. All right, Krista.
Hi. So any woman-owned business, let's have coffee. I'll just put it out there. My number is 214-516-1709, and also www.thegirlcavetribe.com.
All right, Krista and Angie, thank you for being here. I'm going to let Melissa go next.
Yes, I'm Melissa Mancini Photography. You can reach me at 469-609-7370. I am in downtown Wylie on Ballard Avenue, and you can also reach me at melissamanciniphotography.com.
All right. And now we're going to go to Jenny. Jenny, I'm going to let you tell everybody how to reach you, and I'm going to let you close out the show.
Okay. So my information is scrolling right down there. There's my cell phone number, my Lake Tahoe area code 530-721-5428. Planned on changing it, but I've been here for 7 years now and haven't gotten a chance to. And also our website's ticking through here too. So we can go to our website at tcroofingexperts.com, and also our 800 number down there. So Facebook is a great way to reach out, or go onto our website. And you guys, thank you so much. This is just like such a heartfelt show, and I am so honored to be a part of it. And I love each of you so much. And I can't wait to meet you in person, Angie. I'll see you very soon. And Melissa, thank you. You just made my whole day. And one really quick thing. I do want to just say this. There's a lot of things that happen in life, and it makes you just put things into a different perspective. And just this Friday evening, my one of my oldest friends I grew up with, we've been friends since we were 10 years old, and her dad was a second father to me. True Harley Davidson badass guy, like he'd come home with black eyes, crazy stories. And he was riding his motorcycle, 75 years old, and someone made a left-hand turn and killed him instantly. So we just never know like when our life is going to be cut short. And every single day that we wake up is a miracle and a blessing. And it's like, hallelujah, and to just, remember to just let the little stuff go and lead with love, because we never know when some random person's going to make that left turn and it's done. So send in love. That's all I got to say.
Love you, Jenny.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. Jenny, Melissa, thanks for being a co-host and part of the Community Difference-Wylie. Krista and Angie, outstanding show today. Thank you both for your insight. Krista, I know I'm not a lady, but I would love to sit down and have coffee with you and talk about branding. I can't get enough. Do you talk to guys too?
We never got to say how the men take care of the men.
Yeah.
Right, get in on Good Morning Texas with you, Krista.
Yeah. There's a referral for that.
Again, I want to remind everybody, we hit 50,000 viewers in less than 2 months. Incredible show. Wylie's awesome. North Texas Community Difference-Wylie with Master Networks is amazing. Thank everybody for watching. We'll be back not next Tuesday because that is the 4th of July, but we'll be back on the Thursday following with another edition of the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. See everybody in a week.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for watching today's show. If you like today's show, please share, like, and subscribe, and make sure to shop, buy, and hire in Wylie. Special thanks to all the guests, co-hosts, and sponsors of the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show. If you would like to see our next show, or more shows like this one, just click the QR code and go to show schedules, or just follow and subscribe to our channels to get updates and notifications of this show, and many others like it.